throw's going to be incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson, there on the coverage. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. Jackson from the shotgun, buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He had gained really good yardage. That's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Understandable, we're going to see some of this first game of the year in a penalty.
Yeah, we are, and don't forget the emotion of it all as well. I mean, they've been building to this crescendo the entire offseason, so we maybe see some of this in the early part of the game.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
So many things have to come together just right for us.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I don't know who exactly made the call. Was it the special teams coach? But it had to be okayed by the head coach. Gutsy call. Fake field goal that results in a touchdown. A terrific play.
This one fielded at the 5. And the Ravens taking the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of it into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is the tight end, Njoku. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Earl Thomas in on the stop. They'll drop the throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So this defense... The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do. It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player, but he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Derrick Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. With 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. Trucks over him. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Out to his left. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. A run for Nick Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, 66 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. We thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. He dumps it off for Henry. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. It's complete to Snead. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Jackson now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. On first down, Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and 10, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Tyus Bowser. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now back to throw. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got a man. Complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
53, check 53.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Jackson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. Throwing is Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week one, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because they want to get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
It's just me and you.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on first down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week one. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back to throw here. And the catch made by Johnson. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. A gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll look to throw here. That's taken in by Callaway. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll look to throw. Drops it off for Chubb. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. That's out to Chubb, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Mullins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed now 9 passes in a row.
Ready. 15 1. 15 1. I'll be back to left, and I'm about to take you through.
Back to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
You got it.
So we've reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. This will be fielded at the 6.
Let's go, let's go.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I know he ain't got it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Browns have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence that the coaches address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Check, 59. You're right.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Looking to throw on second down. Jackson, a short throw caught by Andrews. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Now Jackson, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Chubb on the counter.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first.
Let's go.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well executed there on second down, so do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in a long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and have the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, it's Hill. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now it's Jackson rolling to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 4 yards out as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They run it again with Chubb. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield, goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again.
And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Landry brushes him off. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns... So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Browns, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.